Good morning, everybody. Glad you made it here today. Reclaiming your mind with Lord Metatron today is the meditation we'll be doing on reclaiming your mind. And before we get into that, I'm just going to take a moment to ask you if you would like to please take a moment to share this video out to different groups or different individuals that you would like to benefit from this material as well. So I'm going to do that right now myself. I'm going to share this out to a few places. So please take a moment to do that. Share this information and knowledge. The most important thing right now that we are dealing with as a species is we have to get our mind back. We literally have to reclaim our minds as a species. Our mind is taken over by the world, and it's important that you reclaim it. And today's meditation is going to give you an experience of what it feels like to have your mind back. Because right now your mind is controlled by media, what you've been taught, what you believe, what you hear on the news. Many of you are controlled by this. And if your mind was your own, you would always be at peace. If your mind was exclusively your own, you would be at peace in this moment. For your mind then would not think a thought that you would not want it to think. It would only do as you would want it to do. But most people don't have that experience. I get emails and messages from people that are struggling with anxiety and depression and fear. They do not have control of their own mind. Their mind is controlled by television and movies and TV and radios. And it is time that we reclaim back our minds. So that's what today's meditation is going to be on. Reclaiming your mind. And it's an exciting time. So please take a moment to share this video out to others if you can. Also, remember to give the video a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to the channel if you really enjoy the material you hear here. We will do a preliminary Q&A, but again, Metatron was very clear that when you have control of your own mind, when you're able to monitor and regulate your own thoughts, you are free only then to create what you would create by choice, by desire, and not by chance. There is no chance in the life of one who controls their own mind. For when you control your own mind, you control your own destiny. It is important you understand this. Reclaiming your mind means nothing is in your mind that you have not chosen to be in there. Nothing comes into your mind from the world or goes out into the world from your mind unless you have chosen it to do so. You've chosen to let it in. You've chosen to release it. Reclaiming your mind is reclaiming peace. Reclaiming your mind is reclaiming your creative abilities. Reclaiming your mind is liberation from the world so that you can function as the creator you came here to learn and express yourself as being. Wow, it's really cool. So thank you. Good morning, everybody. Fun times. So reclaiming our mind. What is your mind? There's been so much discussion on what we think the mind is. When I asked Metatron, how do I describe the mind? He said, mind is that porthole gateway of awareness that allows you to create or intentionally organize thought and images in a specific way as to impact your creative expression. Your mind is an instrument of silence and peace when you have it under your dominion. But quite simply, it is merely a doorway for creation. It is the place where you take that which is simply an idea and you bring it into the steps of becoming matter. Idea into matter, from the thoughtless to the thought-formed. You use your mind as a gateway for this. It is the creative shop so to speak, between yourself as the awareness and the material world as the canvas. It is in your mind that you design the world that you experience. Many of you have had the world designed for you, but it is time to pick up your brush, your attention, and your focus, and to create a life that you truly wish to experience. But first, you must understand the process of reclaiming your mind, for there is much noise and confusion for many of you going on in between these physical things called ears. There is a lot going on in there that is not necessary. And it is well within your ability to make this very still and quiet. And it is in the stillness that you can actually hear. It is in the stillness that you can be inspired. It is in the stillness that you can clearly distinguish between what is right and wrong. Only in that place of stillness are you free to create as you would choose and desire. And so today in this meditation, we'll bring you through that process of stilling your mind to the degree you're able to allow it, and feel the peace that comes with a quiet mind, where you are aware that you are aware, but you are undistracted and undisturbed, and you are liberated from this world. Now you liberated from the world, you are now an influence upon it, a creative influence upon it, which you all are, regardless of your awareness of that fact. Whatever thoughts you have been given, whatever thoughts you have absorbed, whatever thoughts you create in your mind, they are all influential effects in this condition you call time and space. And our goal here today is to bring you into the awareness that in that stillness, which you may choose in any moment, it exists right now, you may choose the stillness in any moment. And in the choosing of stillness, you are free then to create. You are free then to create. I'm just asking right now about emotions. He's saying emotions at this time are not as important at this stage in your liberation. What is important is first that you have control and choice over what thoughts are in your mind and what thoughts are not in your mind. For that is the creative center. The emotions are natural effects of the quality of thought that you choose to give attention to. Emotions naturally arise when you think of a beautiful sunny day. That series of thoughts creates a certain emotion. When you think of your last romantic outing, when you consider an idea of something wonderful and new in your life, these evoke emotions. These sequences of thoughts evoke feelings within your body that go out into the world and then begin to organize matter into the shapes and forms of the thoughts that you have chosen to give your attention to. So emotion we will not consider today beyond this. For now, it is simply the understanding that when you can create the stillness in your mind, to restore the stillness in your mind, yes, to restore the stillness in your mind, restores you to the creative position you have over your world, your body, and your non-physical realms as well are affected by this equally. What you will pull into you in forms of thought. Because you can pull thoughts in from us, and you can pull thoughts in from others that are not as desirable and less preferential to what you may wish. So the meditation today is going to be about 7 to 15 minutes long, and it's really, really simple. He says the goal is just to get your mind still so that you are aware, but there is no thought. Although this is difficult for some of you in the beginning, if you apply and practice this process today, you'll come to an understanding. You'll come to an understanding that you can be aware of a car or a plane or a phone. You can be aware of a dog or a cat or a bird and not have thought about it, but you can be aware of them, but not thinking about them. You can be aware of many things and not have thought. And it is that perspective that gives you the free will to choose what you will let occupy your mind. If you choose to allow the thought of that bird to occupy your mind, then your mind might create thoughts about what type of bird it is, how big it is, what color it is. Your mind will then begin to generate information about what you give attention to. So where you put your attention and what you put it on will stimulate the mind as well. But our goal today is simply to get you to the place where your mind is relatively quiet and you are free from its intrusions, and you are now the governor of it. This is the most important thing, to become the governor of your mind, so that it does not act without your consent or permission, and that you allow nothing in without your consent or permission. This is very important. Very exciting too. We'll take a few questions before we begin the meditation. As I said, the meditation will be about 7 to 15 minutes long. And be prepared. Have water with you so that you can drink before we start the meditation. And also water to drink as we go along through this, because it's important when you're exercising your awareness to expand beyond what you think you are, beyond what you've been conditioned to think you're supposed to be. When you learn to expand your awareness beyond what you know, your brain and your body begin to function differently. And as a result, it requires more energy and it uses more energy. So drinking water helps maintain the electrical medium through which energy can move through your body more efficiently and easily. There are certain minerals that will do this as well. Minerals like copper and iron are conductive metals as well. Very important that you have proper electrical conductivity in your body in order for your awareness to exercise more change over it. So, good morning. I see we got here. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Kira. Wonderful. Good to see everybody here. Just scrolling through. So we'll take a few questions about the importance. When he came in, he said it's so important that people begin to understand how their mind is not who they are. It is an instrument of creation. Your thoughts are not who you are. They're mechanisms of creation. Your thoughts are mechanisms of creation. They are not who you are. You are the soul awareness that inhabits the form in which you can observe the thoughts that are within the form, or coming into the form, or leaving the form. And as the awareness, you have free will over them. As the awareness, you have free will over them. If you are encapsulated in a thought, if you are captured by it, or captured by the emotions of that thought, you have subjugated your free will to the thought. In which case you will find yourself thinking you are depressed, or you are angry, or you're upset, or you are fearful when you lose your awareness to a thought or an emotion connected to that thought. So it is important to make this distinction between your awareness and thought, and that as awareness, you can simply and deliberately and intelligently quiet your mind, still your body, and now the instrument is ready for you to use it as a creative medium in this mechanism called time and space. Thank you. Just over there. There we go. Hi, everybody. Hi, Stefan, Louise, Kira. Hello, SJK. Hi, Heather. Good to see you again. Bogumila, Christine, Maria. Wonderful. Question from Tanya. How can I call in direct manifestation of thought? Some say 17 seconds of focus are enough to have a result. Great question. He's saying the idea of time is irrelevant when you have absolute mastery over your thought. Yes, time is irrelevant when you have mastery over your thought. There is no, it can happen in an instant. It can happen in 17 seconds, as you say here. But understand, in the perspective of knowing, there is no time. It is as instant or as delayed as you would wish it to be. This one here was told 33 seconds many years ago. He's long since given that up. But it's important you understand there is no time in the process of creation. Once it is done, it is done. You must realize this. If you have an attachment to it showing up in a particular way or a particular time frame, you could end up waiting a long time or even delaying it. When the creation is done, let it be. But there is no delay in the creative process. There is delay in your anticipation. There is delay in that, and that alone. That is where time comes in. If you wonder when it is going to happen, and when it is going to happen, you are adding time to it. You are adding time to it with your attention. But from the perspective of it is done when you know this, then you are not concerned about time. You're not concerned about time at all because it is done. Thank you. Wonderful. Question from Manoj. These days, my mind keeps thinking and imagining incessantly, and I am unable to go in meditation. Does Metatron have any advice to me? Yes, he says, do the meditation today and practice it diligently. He's saying diligently. He says, yes, you are a very excited little creator. You want to create many things, but you must train your mind to allow one thing to be completed at a time. But you let your mind run off in many places. It is time to bring it back to to rein it into the moment of one thing at a time. One thing, one thought, one action at a time. In this short meditation today, you will experience your mind becoming quieter and stiller. Remember, you are the aware of that thought. And in your awareness of that thought, you simply have to say, be still. Yes. Master Jesus talks about this a lot too. There's a story, the waters. There's a biblical story where it talks about Master Jesus, was they were in a storm and they were afraid the boat was going to get thrown over, and he said, be still. Just be still. Do you not know that what you think is creating this reality? And so he literally thought out his idea, and the waters became still. Now, the waters are a metaphor for emotion. Waters are a metaphor for your emotion, your internal turmoil. And when you are assertive and you say, stillness, quiet, calm, peaceful, and that is your whole focus. Quiet, calm, still, peaceful. You will feel the storm abate. Now you can walk upon the waters. Now you can walk upon the waters. Whereas with all that noise going on, it's difficult to walk upon the sea. Thank you. Good question, by the way. Question from Heather. How can people get out of their awareness of pain? Wow, that's a great question. It's not about getting out of the pain. Stop trying to get out of the pain. Go into it with love. Go into your pain with a deep love. Go into the pain with a profound love, and your pain will transform. For it is calling you. Pain is a call for love, not a call for medication or subjugation or amputation. Pain is a call for love, and you are that love. give that love to your pain and find the liberation that you can give to that aspect of self. Wonderful, thank you. Hello, Crotchet Goddess. I meditated yesterday and I could notice my mind going numb or the brain waves changing every 5 minutes for a few seconds. Is that what we are trying to achieve? You don't want to get into the brain, because the brainwave activity will diminish. Brainwave activity will diminish even if I began to slow the speech of my voice down slower and slower. It would begin to modulate the brainwave activity in my mind. People who have difficulty sleeping at night and who have minds going on, if they simply slowed down the language to have all the thoughts and images in their mind slow down, they'll reduce brainwave activity, but they'll also be establishing a change in consciousness so that the system is not just reacting. Yes. He's saying it's just a matter of being still. Just be still. Stillness. He's saying you'll see when we do the meditation, you'll have an experience of what he's saying. It's much better if you have an experience of what he's saying than going over. Let's see another question here. Yes, of course, always perfect timing. Question from JC. What is the metallic taste I have in my mouth and surface of my teeth? Again, the words mercury coming to my consciousness right now. There's a mercury detox going on. There's some sort of a detox going on in your body. Yeah, so you want to find something. There's a type of material called zeolite. If you got any zeolite, or you can order some zeolite, you can help release the heavy metals from your system easily, right? But I'm getting mercury is the word I keep getting, mercury. Metatron saying it might also be Mercury wishes to speak with you. Mercury. Ooh, interesting. I like that. Thank you. A question from Louise. Do we have to, in a way, transcend the physical in order to find real silence or stillness? No, actually, the process of generating stillness and silence in your mind, generates stillness and silence in the body automatically, instantly. The minute you take a deep breath right now, and you release it, instantly the mind goes a little quieter, and instantly the body relaxes. The two are inseparable. What you are doing with your mind is affecting matter. As Metatron said in the very beginning, our mind is the creative center for organizing matter in time and space. So how you affect your mind will affect the matter, which is your physical body, as you'll experience again when we do the short meditation. It's wonderful. Question from Louise. Do we have to, or create, perhaps the word is to create. You manifest it, but you can call it creation too. Let Go My Ego is asking, I think you accidentally skipped my question, William, right above Louise. Let's take a look here. I don't have accidents. Things happen in perfect order, in perfect ways, in perfect timing. Yeah, there's no question there, champ. You can re-ask the question if you like. Another question from Heather. How can we get across to others that are not aware of our awareness of stillness of mind to be still also without being attacked about one's beliefs? If you've ever watched somebody fall asleep in front of you, they're falling asleep in front of you, and you find yourself automatically wanting to be quiet. Be the stillness. Rather than trying to convince them of stillness, be the stillness so completely Be it so completely that it will appear as if you are asleep. And that stillness, when it is so complete and so profound, will make others whisper and become still also. Thank you, brother. Okay, we're going to take one more question and we're going to do the meditation. This is from Tanya. What is the deeper significance of the triangle on a metaphysical level? It keeps coming to me in my meditation, but my mind tries to make sense of it and it gets distracting. Again, Metatron is saying the triangle is the starting point for what follows. If you allow the awareness of the triangle to be just the awareness of it and allow it to dynamically change, for it is an unfolding of dimensional awareness. The triangle is the starting point. It's the unfolding of a dimensional awareness. If you were to take the triangle and flip it off and flip it off and flip it off, you would begin to see different shapes coming from that one triangle. And then if you change the dimensionality of that, you will see it begin to expand out into what you call my cube. It is understanding that you are simply at the first dimensional doorway. You must allow the others to open for you. They will if you allow them. One will flip into the other and the other and the other and so on. And then the dimensions begin to unfold. The conditions of two-dimensional matter will change to 3, and 3 will become 4, and 4 will become 5 as you allow your awareness to allow these energies to configure themselves. For it is already done. It is like a seed you plant in the ground. It is inevitable that the seed will become a tree or a plant or a flower, but so too this symbol, if it is allowed to evolve and expand as it is, you will see it grow into what it is. Thank you so much for that question, Tanya. So we're going to begin the meditation now. And again, it's going to be very, very simple and easy. Thank you for that donation, Heather. I really appreciate it. Every little bit helps in this realm. Okay, the meditation is going to be really simple and straightforward. These ascended beings, multidimensional beings, they do not like the necessity of complexity. They say it confuses things. They say for most human minds, they use complexity to try and liberate you to simplicity. They use complexity to liberate you to simplicity. Because once you understand something, you are free from it. So the meditation will be very simple. We're going to just take a few slow, deep breaths. The goal, yes, he says the goal of this is to establish your position in awareness as what you are over your mind, which is your thoughts and your memories, to establish a stillness over them, to assert your being rather than being asserted upon, to assert your being over mind in such a fashion that your mind merely remains open to you without thought, without judgment, without consideration. It just remains open to you. Just give me one moment here. I want to just make sure I just make the change. Thank you, guys. Sorry, I had to just step out and change a setting on my phone so it won't ring or anything during the meditative process. So important. Right, there we go. Wonderful. Sorry about that little buzz. Yeah. So the goal here is to get your mind completely still as you can. If you practice this short meditation regularly, you'll find two things will happen. It certainly happened with me. When you get your mind still, it feels so good because there's no blah, 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 blah going on anymore. It feels so good. And then you want to rest in that. And you want to strengthen and intensify your awareness of that stillness. Because once you can hold the stillness in your mind deliberately, now you can start to deliberately create. Once you can create a still mind, you can put anything you want into it by choice. And once you can start putting things in your mind by choice, you'll start affecting matter by choice. Because what you hold in mind becomes matter. And what you release from mind doesn't matter. Thank you. I love that. So let's take a long, slow, deep breath together. And as you exhale, make a conscious and deliberate decision. A conscious and deliberate decision right now to allow your body to completely become still and to allow all thought to leave your mind so that all that you're aware of is stillness. This is important. The glitches are getting out of the way before we begin. So the stillness, when you exhale, deliberately and intentionally allow the entire muscle system of the body to relax and allow all the thoughts in your mind to become still and quiet. And as you do this on each breath, we're going to do 4 breaths like that, you'll notice it get deeper. You'll notice the muscles will relax further. The mind will become quieter. It's your awareness asserting itself over your mind and your body. Remember, when you breathe, that's a divine assertion. You're asserting a divine authority over the body when you deliberately breathe it like this. You're asserting a divine authority over your mind by doing this. So let's take our first breath. We're going to do 4 deep breaths. And remember, each breath, release everything from the body and allow the noise out of the mind. You're literally breathing the noise out of your mind, creating stillness. So let's go now. And then breathe in again. As you exhale, allow all the tension out of your muscular system. Allow all the thoughts to subside and dissipate. And then breathe in again. And then exhale. Letting all the tension out of the body. Releasing all thought from the mind. Now one more breath like this. release. Now very gently move your awareness into a space in the middle of your head. And breathe into the space in the middle of your head. Breathe in and fill your head with space. Fill your head with space. And again, breathe deeply, drawing space into your head. And as you exhale, expand the space to surround your body. If there are any thoughts or distractions, simply take your attention and put it on the space. Feel space. Use your breath to heighten the sensation of space. And as you exhale, expand the space. Anything you hear or smell or perceive is in space. And you can simply observe it. You do not even need to know what it is, because you already know what it is. So breathe deeply again and draw more space into your head. Allow the space to expand as you exhale. And feel the space. Feel space. In space, you may choose what you will give attention to and what you will not give attention to. You have choice in space. You may give attention to a thought, and you may take attention off a thought. In space, you can do this deliberately at any time. Breathe deeply and intensify the sensation of space within and around your body. As you exhale, intensify the sensation of space in your mind and around your body. And feel how you perceive space as an awareness. And feel how the body responds to the awareness of space. And feel the difference in your mind with space. As you practice being more aware of the space, of breathing it in and manifesting it this way, you begin the process of liberating yourself from your thoughts and restoring yourself to choice over what you shall think and remember or consider. You do not have to give your attention to any thought unless you choose. But it's important to know that you can choose. And in space where you are aware, you can choose one or the other or neither. It is this position of awareness that elevates you to the beginning stages of being the creator and designer of your mind, your body, and your world. Breathe deeply one more time. Allow the sensation of space to permeate and penetrate every molecule in your physical body and in your non-physical mind in space. As you exhale, expand the space around your body. And be very mindful of the vibrational energy that you are experiencing with your awareness at this time. It is the vibration that you are experiencing that is an effect of your participation in this process important to understand that you are a cause to the effect of your experience at this time, and truly at all times. So breathe deeply again, restoring your awareness to the present moment of the physical time space of your body. And when you're ready, you can gently have the body open its eyes. And just be aware of the difference in how you experience your body and your mind at this time. What's important is that you experience a degree of change. For whatever degree of change you have experienced is what you are able to allow. And so we encourage you to make it as regular and as consistent a practice as possible to liberate yourself, your awareness, from mind and body, so that you can begin to instill in them the vision of life that you would see in this world, and not the vision of life imposed upon you by it, this world. Wonderful. Thank you. Please share your experiences of the process and drink some water as well to energize the body. Remember, during, before, and after meditation, very important. You should be drinking at least 4 to 6 ounces of water at least before meditation. Because in a meditation, yes, he wanted me to say this earlier, but we were in the meditation. That's important you understand that the electrical activity in your body changes whenever you meditate. The electrical activity in your body changes when you meditate, so it's important to keep it really hydrated. Conductivity is really important. And then after meditation, go out and ground. Go outside and get in touch with the tree or the ground or the earth, but connect to the earth in some fashion to ground that energy into your physiology. Remember, we are taking you on a journey from being strictly a three-dimensional being in a physical body as a personality to recognizing that you are a multidimensional being functioning through time and space through a thing called the mind and body and manifesting conditions that you call your environmental experience. Right now, the world is, and those that are in it are seeking very diligently to try and relieve you of your ability to recognize that you are generating your experiences, but you are much more than this world will ever see you as. Wonderful, thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. Yep. Thank you. Question from Louise. I repeatedly see a honeycomb-like structure. Can I ask Archangel Metatron what it means? Thank you. He's saying it is important he's saying you must release your interpretation of what it means. Stop allowing your mind to interpret the meaning of the symbols and allow your awareness to experience their vibrational energy. Experience the vibrational energy of these dimensional inputs. Yes, these are dimensional inputs. It's important. You not let your mind try to figure out this. The minute your mind thinks of it as a honeycomb, restricts the nature and quality of the vibration that you're seeking to receive. So do not let your mind seek to interpret the information that I transmit to any of you. Rather, allow yourself to experience the vibrational nature of this energy. And then you'll begin to understand from a perspective of being rather than a perspective of interpretation or thinking. Cool. I love that. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes. Question from Jana. Can I practice this meditation to connect more with my masculine side? You are your masculine side. I don't know who this is coming in, but they're saying you are your masculine side. You, the awareness, are the masculine side. Your body, your mind, your emotions are the feminine. You, as the awareness, are the masculine. Your body and your mind and your emotions are the feminine. They respond to you. They carry out your commands. You put information in. They give life to it in this dimension. You are the masculine self. The awareness is the masculine self. Cool. I like that. Emotion and matter are feminine. Emotion and matter are feminine. They are the feminine. We're not talking about biology. Biology, we have masculine and feminine bodies that help with the creative process, but that relationship exists within you. The awareness, what you are as an awareness, yes, what you are as an awareness is masculine. And we take as awareness, we can create thought, we can impregnate new ideas, we can imagine new ideas, and it becomes a creative manifestation, right? The awareness that lives in the personality of the one you call Elon Musk, for example, the awareness that lives in that body takes its ideas, puts it into the mind and the body goes about enrolling and engaging energy and beings in this dimension to manifest what it imagines. The male originates, the female produces. The male originates, the female produces. You can see this in the process of birth. The male originates, the female produces. But that relationship exists within us all as creator beings. You originate an idea, and through your matter and emotion, you produce it. Very important. You're welcome. Wonderful. Okay, I think we are good for today. One more question from Heather. We need to balance our masculine and feminine. Yes. In this process of stillness, right now the masculine component, the feminine component inside us, the mind and emotions are all over the place for most people. They need to be balanced. When your mind and your emotions are still and quiet and you are present with them, that is balance. Now you've got the yin and the yang together. And once you start to apply your awareness to your thought and emotion in a more constructive and deliberate manner, now you start getting them working together. But most people's minds are going yakety, 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 yak, and the male part's just going, oh, what do I do? Right? Thank you, I just need that. But yeah, the stillness will balance that. When you establish stillness in your mind and in your body, now you can create. As Metatron said at the very beginning of this, it is in the space of stillness that you can create. You can't create if you've got your mind going, blah, 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 blah. There's no creative process there. That's just a bunch of random information, although it will have a creative influence. But it's really, really, really important to realize in the stillness you are free to create. Thank you so much. Yes. Ian, the answer to this question is in the stillness, what would you have but love for your body? And what would your body do but receive it? In the stillness, if all you have is but love for your body, all your body would have to do is receive it. It is this simple. Do not be lured into the illusion of suffering unless you wish to experience that. But with love, lure your body into the bliss of love. Thank you. Great question. I think that's a really wonderful place to end today's event. And I want to thank Lord Metatron for coming in today, and this guardian angel for that person that came through, and Master Jesus for making his statement. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Also, if you want to support these messages and these meditations, you can become a member of my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. You can also offer a donation or a gift to my PayPal account. All the links are in the description box below any of my videos or most of my more recent videos. So you can make donations to PayPal. You can make donations to live chat here. You can use the live chat, make donations there. But I want to say thank you to all of you for your time, your patience, your focus, your persistence in coming out here today and supporting these messages. I really appreciate it. Remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this information with others. The creative process is ridiculously simple. It's only the mind that thinks it's difficult. I lived a huge chunk of my life with my mind being so cluttered. My creative process was really crippled. And the only reason our creative process is crippled is because we got a mind that's too busy. And any Eastern mystic or yogi or personal development coach or life coach will tell you the same thing. Until you can get your mind under control, you're not going to make much happen in this world. So I want to say thank you to everybody again. Much love. We'll see you on Monday on Shortcuts for Your Soul. And I understand Mary Magdalene's coming in on Monday. She doesn't often come to me, so I'm really excited about it. So Mary Magdalene will be with us on Monday for Shortcuts. I have no idea what's going to happen, so I'm really excited. So again, thank you everybody for showing up. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful, beautiful day. Bye for now.